sport. Everything for the man.
Thanks so much, Caroline Wozniacki, for joining us here in Sydney at the APO International. How's your time in Australia been so far?
It's been good. I was in Perth last week for the first time, and I really liked it. And people are really nice and friendly. And I played 3 matches there, and the crowd was amazing as well. So
awesome. I Twitter stalked you a bit last night while I was heading back to Sydney myself, and you had a red eye over from Perth as well. How are you taking it after that?
Yeah, I actually always think it's pretty tough with the jet lag when it's 3 hours, because it's tough to fall asleep at night, and then to wake up is a disaster as well. So, but I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Did
you at least get a bit of sleep on the flight? And
I did, but it wasn't really great. I mean, it's like you feel your neck afterwards.
Well, you're looking pretty chirpy now, and you're looking like you're on Australian time, and you're doing well with that.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a practice, so I think that helped. But got me awake a little bit. And,
cool.
I'm feeling better now, and tonight is the players' party, so we need to try to look sharp for that.
Players' party. How long are you going to stay up for that?
Not too long, because I have a practice tomorrow as well, and a long day ahead. So try and take it easy.
Awesome. So what's the goal for this year going to be? Obviously, you're number 1 in the world. What do you aim to do now?
I'm trying to just keep improving my game and try to do well at the Grand Slams, and if I do well, then the ranking will come automatically. Yeah,
awesome. And it must be hard to be so young and to travel so much and to be on planes so much and in foreign countries as much as you are. How do you cope with it? What do you do?
You get used to it, and you have small tricks that you do every time you get on planes to be able to sleep and try to stay awake. So when you get to a place, so that you fight the jet lag straight away. So those things you just experience.
Is there like a ritual you have where you have to do a certain amount of things, or
not really? It's just really what I feel like, and but it's really important for me to get sleeps on planes because otherwise it's a long day ahead the day you arrive to a place.
Yeah, awesome. And what do you do in your spare time? Do you get a lot of spare time when you're in a new country?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I went playing golf in Perth.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I like to have a look at the shopping and restaurants and cafes and just have a look around the city. I like that.
Yeah, what's your handicap with golf?
Not very good, so I'd better not say.
I mean, you've obviously got hand-eye coordination, so that's a good thing.
That's fine, yeah, but the ball doesn't always go the way I want it to.
It should be just like tennis, right?
It should, yeah.
The ball's not even moving.
Because the ball's not moving.
That's
exactly.
Right.
But it's not.
Do you find that because of your tennis game, you've got a good crossover with other sports, especially with the hand-eye coordination?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I used to do a lot of sports growing up, but tennis was the one that I was the best at. But I definitely think you're better at it than people who don't do sports at all.
Yeah. And how much time do you get to actually practice your hobbies or take part in some other stuff outside of tennis?
I try to do that quite a bit. I think it's important to just be able to charge your batteries when you're on the court. You're 100% focused, but off the court it's important just to be able to relax and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the Sony Ericsson WA Tour, it's a long tour. I mean, January 8th we're at. You're already starting the year. You don't end it till November. How do you cope with such a grueling schedule?
Well, I think it's nice that at least we have 2 months off, and that we can, take 3 weeks completely off from tennis and then start to practice again. But of course, it's tough. But at the same time, I enjoy it, and I enjoy traveling and playing and competing. I think it's a great lifestyle.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. No, I was speaking to you before about how I was kind of Twitter stalking you in my research. It was research, right?
Okay. I hope you're following me now, though.
I am following you. I did.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I'm following you now.
Perfect.
For sure. But I mean, obviously, you've got your Sony Ericsson Arc where you can Twitter and get on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Do you find that really helpful for you to keep in touch with friends and family and do that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I look at my Twitter quite a bit every day and try to keep my fans updated, and when I can use my phone to do it, it's just so much easier than going on your computer and then you have to find the internet connection and everything. With this you just have the 3G or the wireless if there is, and that's it. Yeah.
Does it kind of, I don't know, scare you almost at how close your fans can get to you in that sense? Because, I could follow you sort of for the last few days, what you were doing, how you were going, where you were heading. What do you think of that sort of technology?
I think it's good, but I mean, of course, you always decide how much you want to give to your fans. But I think it's a great way to keep them posted and to get to know a different side of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, with your fitness, of course, because you're on tour so much, how do you get time to train, and what do you do to train?
Well, I do a lot of fitness. I think it's important for my game as well. If you're fit, then it's easier to play. And I don't know. You have to find time. It's your job. So the tennis and the fitness is the main priority, and then afterwards you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Do you find though that you spend more time on a practice court than in a gym, or is it the other way around?
It depends. I mean, in the beginning of my off season when I started practicing, then it was more in the gym than on the court.
Yep.
But then, as you get closer to the tournaments, you spend more time on the courts.
Cool. Do you read a lot of the stuff that's written about you on the internet, things like Wikipedia? Stuff like that?
No, not really.
You never thought about going into Wikipedia and just editing it yourself and adding a couple of Grand Slams or something? Yeah, of course you can. It'd probably get deleted quite quickly, but...
Really? I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah, it's good fun. I think you should add a couple of Grand Slams in there and, maybe double the amount of time you've been number one. Not that it's not long enough already at 56 weeks and more
64,
now? 64 weeks.
Yeah.
Jeez. So that obviously... With the Grand Slams, that's your aim now, as you've said. Is there one in particular that you prize more than others?
Not really. I mean, just any of them would be good. Of course, Australia would be nice because it's the next one coming up.
Yep.
So, yeah. But other than that, no. Not really.
Cool. And do you feel you're well prepared for it? Are there any niggles in your game at the moment? Or are you confident that you're up there now?
Well, I think I'm playing well, but of course you can always improve, and it's the beginning of the year, so you always want to try to get as many matches as possible leading in.
Awesome. You're definitely one of the most stylish women on the Sony Ericsson WTA tour. You're quite welcome. What sort of fashion tips can you give? I think the men, because they need it more than anything else. They wear, especially Novak. He wears long baggy shorts, and that's a fashion trend now. What would you like to see them? Would you like to see the men trying something a bit different with their fashion?
Well, I just like jeans and a nice t-shirt, and that's good for me. And some sunglasses, that always helps. Other than that, I don't know. Just be yourself and whatever you feel comfortable in.
Cool. Cardigans. Cool.
Yeah, I like cardigans. Yeah, it depends on who though.
Oh, they're cuddly, right?
Yeah, that's true. But I don't mind cardigans. I think they're good.
Awesome. Now, you've mentioned, of course, you love travel. You kind of have to in your job. I went to Denmark a couple of years ago for 24 hours, which still annoys me because it's such a beautiful place. Sell me it. Why is it awesome? What do you like about it the most? Do you miss being home as much as you used to?
I think Copenhagen is a great city because a lot of people are outside, they're very friendly, and a lot of people are biking around, less cars. And I think it's an old city, but it's nice buildings and all the canals with the restaurants and the cafes, and have the best candy as well, I think.
Oh, really? What sort of candy do they do?
Well, Danish people like licorice.
Really?
I know that people around the world are not big fans.
It's like coffee, isn't it? It's you love it or you hate it sort of thing.
Yeah, and I love it.
Okay.
Wine gums we're pretty good at as well, I think. I have to give chocolate to the Swiss or Belgians. I think those are the best.
You don't do the chocolate-coated licorice?
Not really.
No?
No.
I'm not a licorice person, but I've heard that that's quite nice.
I'll try that.
And just finally, if you weren't playing tennis at the moment, if you had a bit of spare time, what would we find you doing? Working in your golf handicap, perhaps?
Probably playing maybe a bit of golf or watching football, or.
Because you're a big football fan, aren't you?
I'm a big football fan.
Liverpool, right?
Yeah, Liverpool.
Again, the Twitter.
Yeah.
That's how I learn all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Liverpool is my club, so I follow them and try to watch them every time.
Why Liverpool?
Because I played an exhibition there 3 times. I know a lot of the players.
Cool.
I'm good friends with some of them and have some Danish guys there, and I like the way they play and all the traditions in the club. And it's
got to be hard to follow them when you're sort of halfway around the world. And
yeah, but I always try to though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Caroline, thanks you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, and
Thanks.
best of luck for the Australian Open.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks.